Hello friends, today I am going to explain a very important topic of vector calculus which is called gradient. Actually vector calculus starts from this. So what is gradient? So gradient, first of all you have to know we are going to calculate gradient for only scalar function. Means gradient we can't calculate for vector function. So if function given is scalar means I cap, j cap, k cap not here. So if function given is scalar, then gradient how we calculate? So gradient how we calculate is so much easy. So first of all you know about del operator. What is del operator? Del upon del x I cap, del upon del y j cap, and del upon del z k cap. Del means partial differentiation. So gradient of phi, if phi x y 0 is given a scalar function, then what is gradient? Just calculate del phi over del x into I cap, del phi over del y put here into j cap, del phi over del z into k cap. Just put values here and you will get the answer. So how we do? Whatever surface or phi given, find out del phi over del x, del phi over del y, del phi over del z and put value here. Just it is also denoted by del phi. Now for example, find grade phi at which point? 1, 2, 3. Where phi given this? How we calculate? Phi given, what is del phi over del x? 2x. Del phi over del y? 2y. Del phi over del z? 2z. Just put the value there. Will get. Add 1, 2, 3 means just put x value 1, y value 2, z value 3. You will get the answer. This is called gradient. Now main thing. What are the properties? Means applications of gradient, because mostly question will come from application part. So what are the applications which are very important actually in field of electromagnetic theory? So if you go for electromagnetic theory, so many places you require gradient, how we calculate. So first property which is very important, and first application also you can say, why gradient required? So gradient represent normal vector on a given surface. So if any surface given like a sphere or cylinder or whatever, helix or whatever, find out its gradient of given surface. That gradient represent normal vector on that surface. So easily we can calculate normal vector on any given surface at any point. So how we calculate? Just calculate gradient. For example, if suppose someone asks, find out gradient, find out normal vector for the surface of a sphere, x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 9. At which point? 1, 2, 3. So what is the question? Find out normal vector on the surface of a sphere, x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 9. At which point? 1, 2, 3. How we calculate? Find out gradient. What is grade phi? This one. So here normal vector, so we denote by n vector. So n vector at which point? 1, 2, 3 is this. So this vector is the normal vector on the surface of a sphere. So this is the application. So gradient means normal vector. So if suppose someone asks find out the normal vector on given surface, it means we have to calculate gradient. And now second property. Already we know what is normal vector on a given surface? It's a gradient. Find out gradient. So second property is unit normal vector. So you know very well, unit normal vector means we denote by n cap. So n vector upon mod n. Already n vector we know, divide by its modulus, that is called unit normal vector. So what is a unit, how we calculate unit normal vector on a given surface? Just calculate its normal vector, means the gradient, and then divide by its mod. So example, find out unit normal vector on the surface of sphere so how we calculate? Phi is your x square plus y square plus z square minus 9. So what is del phi? Means n vector 2xi 2yj to 2z cap, n vector at which point 1 2 3, what is the value? 2i plus 4j at 6k. So what is n cap? N cap is n vector upon mod n. It means 2i plus 4j I wrote 56. So this is second application. Now one more very important application, which is called angle between two surfaces. Suppose two surfaces given, one is sphere, one cylinder, and they are not intersecting, because intersect means angle 0. So suppose someone asks, find out the angle between them, that surfaces. So we know very well, angle between two surfaces is equal to angle between their normals. Okay, so angle between any two surface is equal to angle between their normals. So now you understand what we are going to do, because they ask us to calculate the angle between two vectors. So what we do, suppose one surface given phi 1 and second given phi 2. Two surfaces given, any two surfaces, no matter. So what is the angle between them? Cos theta is equal to angle between their normals, means n1 dot n2 upon mod n1 into mod n. So what is n1? Gradient of phi 1. Easily we can calculate. Find out gradient of phi 2, means second surface. Gradient of first surface, gradient of second surface. You have n1, n2. Take dot product, divide by their modulus. That is angle between the surfaces. This is third property, and hope you can do easily. So this is third property. Now what is fourth property? Maximum rate of change in any is given by its modulus of grade phi. So maximum rate of change, it's very important concept. So maximum rate of change of any value, it's what? Modulus of its gradient. Just calculate gradient and find out its modulus. That is maximum rate of change. So now we are going to do one question based on that. Maximum rate of change of f at 1, 2, 3. How we calculate? Just find out grade f. What is grade f? Del f over del x, I cap, del f over del y, j cap, del f over del z, k cap. So what is the value? Del f over del x means y square z I. Del f over del y means 2xyz, ठीक है. Del f over del z means xy square k cap. So this is your del f. So what is del f at point 1, 2, 3? Y square 2. So 2 square 4, 3 is 12y. xyz means 6 to the 12j. xy square 4k. So maximum rate of change already I told, it's a mod of gradient. Mod of gradient always gives maximum rate of change in that direction. So what is del f? Is 144 plus 144 plus 16. How much? So this is maximum rate of change. Now the last topic, which is very important for gradient. What is that? How we calculate directional derivative. So directional derivative means very important topic. So how we calculate directional derivative? That is very important topic. Most of times they are asking question based on that. So directional derivative. The directional derivative of the function at point P in the direction of A vector is given by del phi dot A cap. What is A cap? Del phi at P. So find out gradient at P point, take dot product with A vector upon mod A. It's very simple. Directional derivative at a given point in some direction A. It's very simple. Find out gradient at that point and whatever direction given, calculate its unit vector. Unit vector. How? A vector divided by mod. Take dot product. You will get the answer. So it's very easy. We do one question. Sometimes you feel difficulty to calculate the direction. Sometimes they are asking find out in the direction of PQ. So what is PQ? OQ minus OP. So Q point given, P given, so OQ means Q minus P you can calculate easily. Sometimes they are asking making equal angle with the axis. Making equal angles with the axis means 60 degree. So just you calculate I plus j plus k upon root 3. So it's easy to tell. So alpha, beta, gamma all are 60, then you can do it. So please take care for direction. Direction important. I'm going to do one question here which is simple only. So how we calculate direction? So question is find directional derivative of at 1, 2, 3 in the direction of I plus j plus k. So what is grade phi? Here direction directly given. If not, then you have to calculate. What is grade 5? We know, already we calculate del y square z I cap 2x yz j cap x y square k cap. So del phi at which point? 1, 2, 3. Already we calculated. This is 12y del j plus 4k. Now what is a vector given here? I plus j plus k. What is mod a? Mod is root 3. So what is directional derivative? It's very simple now. Del phi dot a cap. Del phi dot a vector divided by mod a. So take del phi and a vector dot product I with I, j with j, k with k. So it is at 12 plus 4 upon what is root 3. Okay, so this is also gives maximum rate of change in directional derivative. So these 5 applications very important. So what are the applications? First, how we calculate normal vector on a given surface. Second, how we calculate unit normal vector on a given surface. Third, how we calculate the angle between the surfaces. And fourth, how we calculate maximum rate of change in that direction, means gradient, mod of gradient. And fifth one, how we calculate directional derivative. So all are very important. Okay, in next lecture we will go for divergence and curl. Thank you.